for Economic Development, Lebogang Maile, is visiting the home of the 5-year-old child who died in Deep Kloof, Soweto. The MEC is briefing the media. Let's take you live to that.
Lawlessness, the level.
And you know, guys, there's one thing that I actually hate about these people is that whenever a child die after something like this, you always have these ANC operatives already there with the families and downplaying the situation. This is one thing that I hate the most about these people. This is one thing that I hate the most about these people. So before we actually go into the reaction of the ANC, I actually want us to get into the story because I still want us to talk about the reaction of the ANC towards all of these things that are happening in this country. So let's go into the story and try to understand what actually happened with that story. Like, guys, it is so sad, man. It is so sad. Children dying like this, 5-year-olds dying. Sad. Children dying like this, 5-year-olds dying like this, guys. Some of us, we have children. We have children, and I cannot even imagine. Like, I cannot even process what these parents are actually going through. I cannot even process what these parents are actually going through. It is so sad, man. It is so sad. It is so sad. The ANC is always there, and one thing I hate about the ANC is that they will go to these families and start saying that now we need to act decisively, we need to follow the rule of law, we need to ensure that everything is done properly. Like, this is the same ANC that has actually opened the borders for these people to get into the country, and the same ANC that did nothing when these people opened the spaza shops without any legal documentations. They knew that all of these spaza shops that are mushrooming all over the place, all of these spaza shops, they don't have documentation. They know for a fact. And I guess this is one thing that is so frustrating for these people to speak as if they are part of the opposition parties, that we need to make sure that our borders are closed. We need to make sure that the guys, these people are the same people that opened the borders. We have this problem today because the ANC government didn't give a damn about the borders. Despite we said all of these things, that guys, opening the borders is going to come with a lot of problems, and they said we are xenophobic. We did say that opening the borders is going to come with a lot of problems, and they said they know for a fact. And I guess this is one thing that is so frustrating for these people to speak as if they are part of the opposition parties, that we need to make sure that our borders are closed. We need to make sure that the guys, these people are the same people that opened the borders. We have this problem today because the ANC government didn't give a damn about the borders. Despite we said all of these things, that guys, opening the borders is gonna come with a lot of problems, and they said we are xenophobic. We did say that opening the borders is gonna come with a lot of problems, and they said we are xenophobic. So the ANC government actually allowed each and everyone to get into the country. They've allowed all the criminals of this country, they've allowed the international criminals to get into the country. And now they are acting surprised when they see children dying. They are acting surprised when they see children being abducted. They are acting surprised.
Allowed, allowed. Oh, encouraged. Oh, honey, South African visa is meant to cost around 2,000, but when it's illegal, when all of the border people are in charge, then we're talking about 14, 15,000 rand. There are illegal immigrants that don't even know what they're getting into. They don't even know what they're getting into. It is such an ooh. Nuance with Nikki, the nitty gritty, even if it's not pretty. Um, yeah, Yania, unplanned video. You have got to go check out 360 Experience if you want to understand the whole circular experience of what's happening. Link in the description. Like, subscribe, comment, send those algorithms the message that this is important. The country who had Gracia Michel from Mozambique, the only country to have the first lady from two countries, né? Mozambique and South Africa, the only two countries, né? There was no marching against her. There was no discrimination. We love her. So now, a beauty pageant person, we're going to have problems for no reason. It was a symbol of the breakdown of the rule of law that had happened from the bottom and now it was trying to come to the top. It was symbolic. It was symbolic. Marriages have ended because one day your ID is missing, you go to Home Affairs, only to come and find that you are married to someone with an Igbo or Yoruba surname. You don't have to be xenophobic towards Nigerians, for instance, to say, hey, please don't divorce me from my my wife, my husband, behind my back. So that people can only find out at my funeral when it's world time, that my children aren't entitled to anything. Now our children are not even sacred enough. We've got to be polite about this. We must be afraid of labels. We must be more concerned and scared into a corner because the race card is Mr. Uno reverse card. More important than this responsibility here. Those two are who we are answerable to. These are 4 or 5-year-old kids. That is the age which illegal immigration is now feeding on. Hear the cry of the beloved country. As a matter of integrity, what ought we to do, you people of moral superiority? What must our conscience tell us? Is your popularity and your approval as important as making them collateral damage? Nuance with Nikki, the nitty gritty, even if it's shitty.